Hello, everybody. Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we continue to get into the spring sports. And joining us is one of our Saints of the Week and an unbelievable weekend for our women's softball team. And it was pretty much spearheaded by Alex Flasch. And Alex, it's been a great start to the season for you guys. Talk a little bit about the season and then talk a little bit about last week and the weekend that you had.
So really with our team, we've been putting a lot more work into our hitting this year, and that really shows. And that's one of our biggest differences between this year and last year. Is last year we had the pitching and we had the fielding, but this year we really have the hitting, and it's really just starting to click for the team. And we're really just starting to gain some confidence with ourselves. And right now, as one of our coaches said the other day, our hitting is contagious right now. And so one person gets on, and it's really no big deal. We go into the seventh inning, we're down by a couple runs, and no one is worried. Everyone is completely confident in our teammates, and there have been a couple games where we've gotten a lot of runs in the seventh inning. And this past week has just been crazy. We're on a 10-game win streak, and that's huge for our program. Just coming from freshman year to senior year it's such a big difference. And really right now, our team has one goal in mind, and that's making it to the conference tournament. And right now that's really starting to be a thing that we can achieve. And so we're all looking forward to that.
The one thing I noticed is, from last year to this year, you're more comfortable at the plate, it seems like. And it seems like just everybody across the board, you guys are locked in. There's no hedging on what you want to do. You're going up there with a plan.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year, actually these past 3 years, I've really kind of struggled with my swing. And so I went to a hitting coach, and he really helped me out with it. And he helped me to remember what my swing was coming into freshman year. And he kind of helped me to remember the different stuff that I was comfortable with, and just to remind me to be comfortable at the plate. And one of my biggest problems is patience. And so finally, I'm able to relax at the plate. And I just feel when I go up there, there's no doubt in my mind that I can hit the pitcher. And that's same thing with our entire team, like you were saying. A lot of us have put the work in during practice and outside of practice as well. There's a lot of people on this team that are going to different hitting coaches, and we're putting the time in outside of practice, and that's really what's making a difference right now. Is because last year we had the dream, and we had the dream of going to the conference tournament, but this year we're putting the extra work in to actually get to that goal. Yeah.
No, the one thing that I've also noticed about you guys is how close you are. Noticed it last year and this year during winter drills, and how you guys have really come out of the gate. It just seems like you guys really, really get along, not only off the field, but on the field.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, this past week, we spent so much time together going to Tennessee and having the games on the weekend. And yet Monday morning, we're all still meeting in Gander to talk to each other, to hang out. And after hours, we didn't have practice on Monday, but still a lot of us are still hanging out with each other. And that's a testament just to how close we all really are. And it's crazy because last year we had a really good chemistry as well. And so we were kind of nervous about that with new people coming in. And it always changes with different teams, but somehow it seems that we've even gotten closer this past year. And yeah, that's a huge difference. You can see it on the field as well, because everyone has at least one other person they can go to on the team. If they're struggling, they can talk to that person and they can snap out of it. Or if they have any other problems, they can ask our teammates, and we're always there for each other. And it really, you can tell just with our hitting as well.
As a senior leader, a lot of youngsters coming in, getting their first taste of collegiate softball. How have you been able to help them make that transition from high school to the grind of playing, like you said last week? You play a game here, you go to Tennessee, then you go into two back-to-back days of conference play.
Mm-hmm. So again, with our team, it's we're really confident in ourselves, and that's probably the biggest issue you have coming in with freshman year, is you're really unsure of yourself and you're unsure of the game. And we're as a team, we're really just trying to help the freshmen and the new players in general. We're trying to help them to remember that they're here for a reason, and that if they're on the field, that means coach has confidence in them, and the entire team has confidence in them as well. We don't look at a freshman and say, oh, well, a freshman's up to bat, here we go. No, we look at our freshmen and say, yes, this is awesome. This is your time to shine. And especially one of the players in general, Bree, there's been a ton of pressure situations, and she's come through for the team. And her hitting she's kind of been a little frustrated with her hitting this past weekend, but we all know, like, we know that she can pull it together and that she's going to, because we all have extreme confidence in her. You know, it doesn't matter if she's a freshman, it doesn't matter if it's a senior up at bat. You know, we know that they're going to hit the ball, and we know that they're going to be solid in the defense.
You mentioned it a minute ago. Look at your freshman year to where you guys are now. And I remember my first year was your freshman year. And I just sit there and I look at to where you guys are over this 4 years. Just an unbelievable progression from then till now.
I'm so proud of this team. I'm just so incredibly proud. It's so different coming from freshman year, and now we're winning all these games. It's so much more fun, and I'm just so excited when we get those little runs, and it's crazy because you know, the freshmen and the sophomores and the people that haven't been here as long, you know, they don't realize what a big deal it is right now. They're like, oh, well, this is our team. Like, yeah, we can do this. But it's like, no, you should have seen us 4 years ago. Like, we weren't even, like, conference tournament, you know, that was a fantasy. That wasn't anything that was achievable. But this year, it's the only thing that's on our mind. And yeah, it's crazy how just what our coach has done to, you know, turn this program around, and just the attitudes of the girls, the difference between freshman and senior year too. The girls are coming here and they're willing to put the work in, and it's really like the main difference.
And for people that don't know you, what are you majoring in? What are you going to graduate in? And why did you choose Maryville?
So I'm majoring in sport business management. I chose Maryville because I was drawn here initially because of the softball program, but it's funny, I visited here, and the coach, because I wasn't recruited by Coach Kelly initially, I was recruited by the past coach, and so she invited me here to talk to me in general, and so I took a tour of the university and talked to Jason Williams. And after I talked to him, I was like, this is where I want to go. Regardless of what this coach says, this is where I want to go. And so she offered me a scholarship that day, and that was just icing on the cake. Jason sold the program to me. I realized this is the best place I can be. You know, I've always been going to smaller schools, and I realized at a big school, like, I wouldn't get the hands-on that I needed from the you know, instructors, and just how much they push you to do extra stuff outside of schoolwork and to really get your resume and build it up is nuts. And I'm 100% happy with my decision of coming here.
Well, so are we, believe me when I tell you. So, big weekend coming up. Thanks so much for the time. Good luck against Rockhurst and William Joel.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Alex Flasch joins us, and once again, softball team will be playing this weekend, Friday night at Lindenwood at 6 and 8 o'clock against Rockhurst, and then on Saturday afternoon at noon and 2 over at Chesterfield Athletic Association as they'll take on William Joel. We hope to see everybody there. For Alex, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.